one thing that should be taught is just like awareness of toxic relationships.
I think what on a person.
Life is a climb, right? You can't expect to just like be here on the ladder and automatically be 10 steps ahead.
Even Spider-Man has to crawl. One night stand, one night stand. I'm in love.
Really?
Hey, what's up, good people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time that you've clicked this video and you're watching it. For my returning subscribers, I love you. If you're seeing my face and these faces and for the very first time, karibu sana to the family. There's a lot going on in this channel. If you're looking for entertainment, right here. Education, right here. Politics, right here. Basically, we got you covered. Everything is right here. Today, I'm with these amazing people. We'll be discussing a very interesting topic. So make sure you watch till the end. And we'll start right away. They'll introduce themselves. Watuambia kina nani. So we'll start with Piki Ponki.
Wow. Okay. My name is Joanne. I'm a student at Daystar, and I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
So next, here.
What up? Yeah, my name is Victor Atta Mahmoud, aka Vams. See, I keep it real. See? Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm John. Most people call me Jusu. Good to see y'all again.
Yes, and we did a video together with Vic and John. If you've not yet watched it, I'll link it below in the description box. So make sure you go and watch it, give it a thumbs up, and tell a friend to come and watch Safari on YouTube. So yes, guys, which is the right age for people to start involving themselves in relationships?
We've gone straight into it.
Yeah. She jumped right in.
I don't have anything else to say. Let's just start right away.
I would say maybe late teens at the very least, because then I feel like most people
What's
would be
late teens?
like maybe 16, 17, 18, even 16 is a bit of a stretch. I would say it would also depend on the maturity of the person. Like just recognizing this is a relationship, this may be like what it involves, and just they should be prepared for that, and they should have maturity as an individual, and not get so like lost in the relationship and lose themselves, if that makes sense. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah.
So late teens. Vic, do you agree?
Hi. Me anytime.
What is it? Okay, which age is appropriate?
For me, I just think if you're not prepared mentally for it, it's yourself. Ask yourself, do I want to date? No. No matter how old you are, you can be 15 and feel like I want to date someone. Okay, fine. Date the person. But for my child, not anything 13, 14, 15, 16, okay.
Yeah.
I can let you but at 13, I'm in love. You are not in love.
Not.
You only love me, your father and your mother.
And your siblings.
The siblings we can do again.
Those are conditional.
So John, what's your take?
I think I also agree with what they're saying. It depends on your maturity. How mature you are, both emotionally, mentally, and even social-wise. Like how you're able to deal with yourself. First, we're all still trying to learn ourselves, yes, but also jijue, like know yourself a bit before you go peleka your own problem to someone else.
So I think everybody has agreed on late teens.
Yeah, I would say
And many people, when you're a teenager, you're in high school. So do you think there should be a subject like the way we have
like sex education?
Yes, where people are being taught about relationships Because you see, it's so obvious people are having relationships in high school. Yes, we've all passed that. I'm not saying we had relationships, but you see, in high school, people have people. Some we know them, or people in other schools or at home. So, do you think there should be a subject where people are taught what to do when you're in relationships, how to go about the whole thing? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I think in the high school system, I think you have the freedom to be able to say, I want to go out with this person. So I don't even know why there should be like a class for that in the first place. I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't feel like there should be a class for that. I feel like it's something of
like
why
learn by
do-
experience.
yeah, it's something by experience. No matter how much you be in a class, it's still you. You go out there and you still don't know how to like or love somebody. See, what's not the point of the class?
Okay. Joanne, what do you think?
In a way, I agree with that. Like with relationships, you learn by experience. But I think one thing that should be taught is just like awareness of toxic relationships. Because especially in high schools at that age, they could be like put in weird, vulnerable positions, right? So I think one thing that should be incorporated, not like as a full subject, maybe just like a discussion that should be had, like in class or as a school, is just okay. These are toxic relationships. These are not good signs. These are red flags. You know, see them, run as fast as possible. Run. Yeah. So just like teaching them to be aware, like these types of relationships are not healthy relationships, and just try to avoid them. But other than that, I feel like it's kind of learn by experience. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if I agree or not. But if you're saying that people should be like, there should be maybe a discussion on toxic relationships, why can't they just be taught about everything entailing relationships? Why are they just being taught about toxic ones only?
Because I think because the toxic ones are more, they're harmful, obviously, but like other normal relationships, it's like people are different, so you can't say this relationship is like this relationship is like this. There's going to be variation because so every relationship won't look the same, but even that there are certain standards, and I think the best thing is to warn, this is what the toxic red flags look like. So everything that's not that, I feel like, okay, cool, be fine with it. But those ones, it's like, just run,
Joanne?
Well, as a topic, as a subject in school, I'll say it's not a bad idea, like to have it in school. You can incorporate many other things into it, such as your mental health while you're in a relationship, how to identify, like she said, red flags in situations, how to know if someone is mistreating you and stuff. Some of these things, yes, you learn through experiences, but some people are just unaware of it happening to them. Sometimes you're in a toxic relationship and you don't know,
Experience. So my take is, I think it should be taught, even if not as a subject, maybe like Joanne said, and some discussions. The way at times, I think in my school we had life skills. It was not really a subject, but we would go there. We were taught mostly about hygiene. So I think under that they could incorporate something of the sort where you're told one or two things that can really help you, which brings me to, that was high school. And I'm also thinking even in campus, people are getting to campus. Other people who did not experiment or didn't try to date in high school, they tend to now start in campus. And I think the way we have these compulsory subjects, I think they don't have to go deep about relationships, but just the surface of what is happening. Like, you've now gotten to campus, it's likely you'll approach a lady or a guy will approach you, and I really don't know, because relationship is also wide. You can't teach somebody everything. They have to learn some things by themselves. But I think there are just some things that are, should I say fundamental or what? Like, they're the basics. Yeah.
Standards.
Yeah. That everybody should just know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people go to campus and they're still green, but they at some point in your first year, second year, third year, or fourth year, they find themselves they're dating someone. So which brings me to this question. You've been seeing people are dating in campus. Why don't these relationships last? It's very few that get to somewhere.
Guys.
Yeah. He's like in the
Yeah,
classroom.
Teacher, you got a point.
I think first of all, maybe it's the outlook people have on dating, how you look at it. Dating, remember, is like a practice run for marriage.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't take it as that, and sometimes we think, it must be this way, and all that. So, not saying it's, heartbreaks are bad, they're terrible, but sometimes you live, you love, you learn. It's not a must you go and it has to last. Sometimes you go through it, you learn, you're able to identify points like of yourself in a relationship, how you act in different situations, and yes, it would be nice if you do that with one person and continue to go, but if it doesn't work out and you find another and it also doesn't work out, you're learning yourself through all these experiences, painful as it may be. Painful as it may be.
You black Indian.
Painful as it may be, you're learning through it. So now to get back to that question initially, you're still growing even when you're in campus. Well, a lot of us joined when we're 18, 19, or 20. As you keep going, you're still a kid at that point. You're still growing, you're still developing. There's still things about yourself you actually don't
even know.
Yeah. So as you're growing, sometimes maybe you're seeing compatibility is not there as you grow in the relationship. There's that. There's aspects of different things. Some people just want to, sorry, can I say fuck around? Or be around.
Mess around.
Mess around. Some people might. Others just aren't, loyal or committed, but there are different factors to it. But those are the realities in dating in campus. But for me.
I agree with that, especially on the part where it's people are changing and evolving, and as they get into these relationships, they realize we're not mixing as much as I thought, or I'm not feeling this relationship. There's something
Off.
there's something off, or there's just something more I want in a relationship, and I'm not having it here. So they move on, and I think it's okay, because as you do that, you evolve, you grow, you change as well, and hopefully for the better. Hopefully people are changing positively and not like exactly. So like hopefully, like as these relationships come, they grow, and then when they meet the one, then they're good. But I think also it could be why they don't last is maybe the value or the worth people are putting in those relationships. Because sometimes it's we're just on campus, why do I need to take this so seriously? I have like my whole life ahead of me. I'm not thinking of marriage for like at least 10 15 years. So it's like we just vibe, and then if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, we move on. So maybe it's also the attitude with which people approach these relationships that's could be like, maybe that's why they don't last as long.
Well, I think to be honest, you guys have said like everything. It's not like because it's the truth. Basically, you guys have just said like the maturity level really matters. Like you need to know yourself before trying to even know someone. And that's why the relationship will not last.
Yeah.
You get, because the person just need to do something wrong and it doesn't sit well with you, and start it there now.
It's over. That's the common line.
So I think
So you guys are saying people are still in campus, they're changing, they are still learning themselves. But what do you think? You're changing, but you won't be young forever, and you should try to look ahead when you get into one relationship, you should try and find stability in it.
Yeah.
And because you're not going to be the same age forever. And this is amazingly this is amazingly, they call it Gen Z. Nobody's talking about marriage. Nobody wants to, I don't know, there are a lot of baby mamas and baby daddies. It's just scandalous.
Sugar mamas.
Yeah.
Nobody really, if the way people are talking, and you see now people, we interact mostly through IG stories, WhatsApp status, and whatever people are posting is like there's a wave where everybody is going. Nobody wants to really settle. So do you think with this generation, marriage is a thing of the past?
No, I think in this generation, everyone is busy trying to build themselves.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah, I think because let's not like, we should be married, yes, if we're in the past generation. That's the way I can say it.
Yeah.
But in this generation, we're very young. Guys are still trying to build themselves. You get to try and be somewhere.
Yeah.
You get. Do you want to get married when you're not even financially stable?
Hell no.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
just things you want your wedding to look like your wedding. I mean, you get not just a wedding. You get just okay. No, you want it like a celebration of life and stuff. You get not you get.
Yeah. I agree with you, like on that point, because things are a lot different from our generation and our parents' generation as to how things will happen systematically.
Yeah.
So then they finish high school, campus. After
At 20, some of them are married.
and after campus,
Yes.
guys are married like by 21, 23, 24. And because a lot of them would have kind of been stable at that time.
Yeah.
Back then you're posted to a government job, so easy, or easier than it is now. So guys are a bit more settled. They're now thinking of the family way. And another thing, I think our generation is more extravagant. It's a lot more extravagant. Some of us don't want to just, it's okay, but some don't want to just settle and just, guys want to make it. Guys want to
Get
get their
their
money,
life, man.
build themselves, get their guaps, and then settle. Some.
Like to add on what John is saying, like that whole extravagant thing, I think it's a lot of it is more material. People are more focused on I want to have this car, I want to like post on Insta with my bae that we're flying on private
Even if I
jets,
won't post it
buying
now, but
this, all of that. So I think people focus on like the material and extravagant sides of that, of a relationship, rather than focusing on, okay, I want to spend my life with this person because I care about them.
True.
Because if
That's
it's
true.
like about building yourself, it's like, yes, be financially stable, but don't expect to be making like how many figures and then be like, let me get married. People can grow together.
Yeah.
And I think people just don't want to put in as much, like, let's say, like, they don't want to have to go through the struggle of, let's get married, let's build up together. It's, you're established, I'm established, let's have, let's just breeze through. Yeah.
There's that, and there's also the fact of maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Just maybe this guy is okay. Like for me.
Yeah, no, I understand that
if-
part.
Wait. For me, if you want me to get married, like right now, I'll tell you like no, I'm not even ready.
Yeah.
You get why?
What do you need to be ready?
Me?
Yeah.
I need to be where I want to be. Like at, not until my retirement. You get like I want to be where I'm comfortable. You get where I'm comfortable. Not where I have to struggle for something. No, I'm comfortable. Like I have everything like on lock. I know this is how my life is. This is my financial way. This is my this. This is my this. Like everything's organized. You get when everything's well organized. I can now decide. I can take in someone with me now. I can get married. You get because if you can't even organize your life in how can you now organize? How can you live with someone? You get so I think you need to now go through that process of really get to know all these things before you now decide of marriage. You get let's not lie, like our parents, some of them it was even just a matter of they just finished high school and
They got married.
This is
maybe in West Africa it was a thing,
It
but
was.
for us it was.
Yeah.
If most of them finished high school and they're married.
It's-
You get
And it was the same year, if
Yeah,
you
you
ask
see.
me.
so there's
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
I get that.
Thank
Yeah.
you for understanding me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm a very
So,
understanding
John, you
person.
talked about people want to post things.
Yeah.
People want to. It's because social media now is people are using IG, all that, and everybody wants to post their life there, what's going on, and be showing the world, yeah, I'm making it. Haters, nimefika mahali mlikuwa mnafikiri sitafika. So, do you think there's some pressure pushing people to do certain things? Because with this generation, again, people don't want to get married, but people are dating married people.
For the
There's,
guap.
yeah, is it the pressure
Papers.
of they want to show people, or what's really happening?
Like I said, guys really just want to make it on time. You get, so you find guys going out there to get that money. See, to be honest, if they ask you now that this is $100 million and they give it to you, or you have to do some certain work and they give it to you, you would also obviously tell them, just give it to me without me doing the work.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if they have a means for them to get this, man, let them do that. Maybe that's the way of surviving.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe that's the way of surviving. Like, that's what gets them money. Just there are people that really don't have any way to go about their life. It's that way. That's their escape.
It's true though. It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Uh-huh.
So me, that's how I'm looking at it too. Like, I'm not saying obviously, I think they don't want to get married, but they are dating
Married
this
people.
married man. Or now, if I was to go for a sugar mommy now,
Mm.
you get, I would be going if I was going for her, I would be going because I want like the financial backing.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
That's just
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
You get, once I get it, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Oh god.
John, what's your take?
I think what on a pesa? They're just looking for money.
Yeah.
People are just looking for money.
Quick
Yeah,
money.
And, yeah, and we are also, to be honest, a lot lazier than the upper generation.
Yeah.
We want things a bit faster. We want things. Yeah, we want things happening now, and we don't want to work at a job. Oh, we do, we do, but we don't want to do the what's it called, typical rat race. That's what they talk about. Like, get your job, grow in the job, get increased pay and all that. People want to make it now, or a lot of people in this generation want to make it now. You hear people talk about, I want to be retired by the age of 40 or 50.
Yeah.
Think about it. With all honesty, our parents aren't retired.
Yep.
Our parents are working now.
And you are saying at
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing at 40. So you see how fast people want to make
Yeah.
it, how much people want to enjoy their life. Yeah, and it's, yes, you're right. It is pressure. It's the age we're in. Social media and all that has put pressure that you need to have a certain thing at this certain time.
Mhm.
You don't, by the way. You know, there's pressure, but you don't. You don't need to be driving
Yeah.
at 30 something. It would be nice. It would be nice, but you don't. Don't kill yourself for it. That's.
Some of them, maybe their parents are giving them that pressure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get,
that's
your mates are out there making millions. Oh, you go up too. Yes, I'm tired.
So now you change from just sleeping, you now sleep with someone there.
I mean, now you're not sleeping alone. You're getting paid for sleeping.
That was all.
You're getting paid for
Paid for
sleeping.
sleeping.
Joanne.
No, yeah, I agree with them as well. Like on that part, it's not about like not wanting to get married but still sleeping with married men. It's they want, or either they need or they want the money at that moment. And sometimes, hey, if you're somewhere and this like older person is giving you a touch, it's like, hey, I'll give you some money. It's like, honestly, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's no emotion behind it. It's like obviously most people wouldn't be like, yeah, this is my first choice, but money wise, financial wise, this is how I can survive right now. This is how I can
And you
fund
take
my
it.
my lifestyle right now. And most people would take that. So If you're questioning the morality behind it, that's a different
That's
story.
between you and your God.
That's a different
Yeah, that's between you and your God.
yeah, that's a different story. But I understand the pressure,
Yeah.
especially some people get really, really intense pressure from the parents. Why don't you have a job right now? You're done with campus, all this. And sometimes it's not even something that's in like your control.
Yeah.
There are no jobs generally. I've applied, there's nothing. There's no way for me to make money. This is the only way I can survive. So that pressure to succeed while you're seeing others getting jobs, making money, maybe going out for these extravagant lunches or vacations.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on, why don't I have that? Like, I need that like now. It's like I need to be on that same level. And it's hard, but sometimes it's like life is a climb, right? You can't expect to just like be here on the ladder and automatically be 10 steps ahead.
Even,
You're gonna-
even
yeah.
Spider-Man has to crawl.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, it's a slow climb up, and it's not easy. It's gonna be full of struggles, but you'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
I think it's just people just need to learn to take it a bit slow.
So, patience and the pressure, social media pressure. Guys, you don't really need it. It's just these people. If somebody is flaunting, they know what they're doing. You don't have to do it. So
You can.
Okay, you will choose. You will choose if you do it.
Photoshop. That lady who photoshopped herself on the wall, Great Wall of China. Wow.
So talking about patience and this doesn't even relate as such, but what I wanted to know your views about is if now you have your job, you have your what or whatever, and you're feeling now you want to settle, and is it good should you take time to know this person, or because now again this generation again people pick it maybe from one night stands and they don't even know each other. So should you take time to know someone, or
Yes.
you'll know them as mkisonganga as you're going?
I think you need to know the person first.
Yeah.
You can't, I feel like you can't even marry someone you're not even a friend with.
Yeah.
Like, before you start dating someone, you have to at least be friends with the person. At least you know something. One night stand. Honestly. One night stand. Yeah, one night stand. I'm in love. One night stand.
One night stand.
Surely. I think. Like,
Yeah.
it has angered me. One night stand. No.
So
I
you
don't-
should take time.
Yeah. Take your time. Take as much time as you want. Not too much that the time you're supposed to get married, now you forget and don't get married. You find, no, that's true. There are people who are dating for like 10 years.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's now too much. You get, like, 10 years is enough to know someone and overknow them. You get, yeah.
Yeah, that's
10
true.
years.
That's true.
3 years is even too much to know someone. You get, yeah, unless maybe they've killed someone and you don't know about that. But
Yeah.
That went dark real quick.
Wow.
Like, why did you go there? Like, there were so many
but that's the
places
point.
to go.
That's the point.
John.
Yeah, you have to know the person. This is
Yeah.
someone you want to ideally spend the rest of your life
To have your
with.
children.
To have your children, right? No, you need to know the person.
Mm.
Yeah, learn the person enough. Learn them enough, and keep learning as you keep growing. Yeah, learn together. But hey, know the person. One night stand, sure.
You know, I feel you get in the relationship to know each other. You get when you're now after getting married.
Yeah.
Now you get to learn how to stay married together. You get, without marriage you learn how to be with each other. But when you're in marriage, you now learn how to move with the marriage. Because marriage comes with a lot of responsibilities, a whole different kind of
True.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you can manage yourselves, then obviously you guys can manage in the marriage together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I also agree. It's important to know people who you expect to get married to, just to know this person is the ideal person for me. It's like I have to take the time because this is the person I literally, if you were going about marriage the way it's supposed to be, spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
Right? So if you are like hasty and then you find yourself, oh, I thought I knew this person but I
Yeah.
don't, and now you're already married and there's so much responsibility, you have families on both sides, you have the legal part of things, maybe even children in the process, it just gets so church, yeah, it just gets so complicated. But I think you need to really know them, be friends with them, know even their values and beliefs.
Yeah.
Know their values and beliefs, and even what they expect from the relationship and the marriage, so that like when you're in it, you're not short-sighted by, oh, I thought you wanted this, but we're not on the same page. It's just like know each other, know like we're on the same page, know the things that okay, we may have to compromise on this. That way, when you enter, you can minimize conflicts as much as possible.
Yeah.
Psychologist.
So yeah, guys, you should really take your time in knowing someone. I've just thought about something when you guys were talking. You see, we've been saying this generation and now the upper generation, our parents. I think they were also taking time to, we should copy them on that. They were taking time to, as much as they were marrying early, they were taking time to know these people, because mostly it was planned marriages. This family knows that family.
Yeah.
So they have to know your background, you have to know that person well.
Yeah.
But now since we have the freedom to choose for ourselves, we should copy that. We should really take our time to know someone. If it's possible, if they introduce you to their family after some time, know their family, know what they expect of you, what you expect of them, and see if it's something that will work for you, so that you can all live in harmony when you're in that marriage. Yeah. Since you'll be having little ones.
As well,
Yeah. And now speaking of little ones, people are really bringing little ones into this world. Hey!
That's true.
Baby mama, baby daddy, baby mama, baby daddy, left, right, and center. Is this going to replace marriage, or what do you think? I don't even know what to really ask, but what do you think about this issue of baby mama and baby daddies?
Let's not act like this was not happening even in terms of our parents. It was happening. And they found their ways around it. We'll find our ways around it also.
I love
So I'm joking. But seriously, for now I'll say yes. I think it might replace marriage for now. You get, because you don't have people who are passionate for marriage. You don't have those people anymore. Even if people are getting married, they're getting married maybe because of a condition or something. Not like a physical condition. Like maybe there's a condition to marry. Maybe we get married and you get this.
Is that what you were waiting for? To get married.
I'm waiting for the princess to come. Anyways. But yeah, and there are now people who want kids but don't want marriages. Don't want to be married. You get, they want kids but they're not ready for that commitment to someone. You get, So I think for now, yes. For now, yes. The way I'm looking at our generation, For now,
I'll say, it's if even when you go online and you see things, you can tell, hey, this is a heart generation. Guys are just there and hurting each other, and now scared to put themselves in a vulnerable position again, scared to go back into that situation that got them hurt. So people now settle and say, maybe the marriage thing is not for me. I want kids, like you said, so I'll just find someone, get my own child with, and raise with. That's the idea by some. Of course, circumstances are different, but with even a few of my friends that I've talked to, that's the direction some of them say they would prefer that than
marriage.
I think it's like I wouldn't say it'll come to replace marriage completely, but I think it's becoming more. Yeah, more of a norm. Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's becoming more like prevalent. Because in our parents' generation, if that were to happen, usually your family would probably force you to marry that person,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
They
Now
call
it's
they
just-
call it paper bag marriage.
Yeah.
Nylon bag.
But now you can have this guy who has like 6 baby mamas, like 10 children,
Yeah.
and like his responsibility is not as like you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like he's not as like he's not expected to be as responsible than maybe previous generations would
Yeah.
be. And I think that's where a lot of it is coming from. It's just the responsibility surrounding this is a child, a growing human being. So they should probably have like the support of two, if possible,
Mhm.
like ideally, if possible. But people are just now like, no, I don't need that. I can do it alone. It's like, but you know, it doesn't have to be that way. Like where I think people are pushing too much on individuality. It's like, if you need help, you need help.
Mm.
Raising a child is not simple.
Yeah.
Right. You know that quote, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, if you need help, get as much help as possible. And I think what you're saying is right. People are hurt and they're afraid to commit and put themselves in a vulnerable position in a relationship. And it's like, sometimes you need to deal with that, right? People, like, if you're dealing with that, like having trust issues, it's something you should probably go or like just look in yourself and see, why is this happening, right? So in the next relationship you come by, it's just like, let me make the most of this relationship, and if it leads to something great, let it lead to something great. Yeah.
So my own take, what I'm thinking, I'm thinking parents should also, things have changed, the world has changed. People nowadays know a lot, so many people are dating. So I'm thinking parents should take time to educate and talk to people, because what I'm thinking happens is, mostly from what I've seen in campus, people get there, they start dating, then they get pregnant, and that was not the plan from the very first time. They were just thinking it's just a relationship, and then the babies come, and they realize they can't marry this person. It's not a person, but they want to have the baby because it has already happened. So yes, parents should take time to educate people and tell them it's possible for this to happen, and know if it happens, you won't get married to the person. So you see, it will reduce kidogo. So whoever will continue doing it will be, maybe they like now to have babies, but they don't want to get married, not victim of circumstance.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like on that, I feel like African parents a lot. Like in terms of sex education, we're talking about relationships, a lot of them close up.
Yeah.
And just like, be open. Just say, this could happen. These are the risks.
Yeah.
Be safe. Don't be like, don't do it.
But
Don't
they
go
do.
near a guy.
But they do.
Vic, it's not
It's
so
not that
much.
But they
expensive.
do
It's
it.
not in there.
I tell you how they do it.
Huh?
You guys just missed the message. I tell you how they do it.
Yeah.
You wait. Don't try anything.
That silence, that pause, that's enough.
But like, yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is like, don't just tell them not to do anything. They're going to do it.
Of course.
Especially in a place like campus where there's so much freedom. They're going to do it. So I'd rather tell my child, I'd rather you don't. But if you do, be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let like any guy or chick convince you, it's not use a condom. Use it. Please. Protect yourself.
I'm buying condoms for my kid.
Huh?
Yeah, so that they see I'll be buying
Some
condoms.
sex ed.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
But wait, kid is how old?
No, I mean for my kid.
Hi.
Like even when you start, he's still my kid now.
Okay.
Like I say,
Yeah.
perverted minds.
No.
Hot generation.
No.
So guys, thank you for watching till now. It's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share, like, comment,
Subscribe.
if you've not yet subscribed
it.
in here.
Do it.
Do it.
We'll be watching.
That's what's scary.